What's up guys, today I have a Wi-Fi battle for you guys and this is a Yu-Gi match versus my good friend Mike. Be sure to check him out as he's a really good Wi-Fi battler, and before we begin, if you could leave a like as it definitely helps me. So I'm using a Mega Aerodactyl Hyper offensive team and he's using a much more balanced team. Now I have played against Mike before and sometimes he makes really ballsy plays and he can also out-predict me, so let's see how this goes. I'm gonna lead off with my Darmanitan as he's gonna lead off with his Rotom. Now usually I would go for the U-turn expecting him to switch out, but as I'm playing versus Mike, I know he's gonna predict me to go for U-turn. So I'm gonna stay in and go for the Rock Slide, which is gonna bring him down to the red health, as he's gonna go for the Volt Switch and then go into his Nidoking. I'm Choice Scarf Darmanitan, so I'm forced to switch out and I'm gonna go into my Starmie expecting him to go for the Ice Beam, predicting me to go into my Hydreigon on his Earth Bar, but he nails me with the Sludge Wave, which is gonna do a lot of damage, and I'm Life Orb, so I only have one hit left. So I'm gonna predict his Empoleon switch in and go for the Thunderbolt, which does no damage, which tells me that he is specially defensive. And now I can go back into the monster Darmanitan to scare him out, as this Empoleon will not be appreciating a Flare Blitz. In fact, nothing appreciates a Flare Blitz from a Darmanitan. So I'm gonna go for that as he's gonna go into his Rotom as a dead fodder, which is a good play as he will be able to get the switch initiative and he can bring in something which can take a Flare Blitz like this Weezing, which is most likely defensive. So I do not want to take the Sludge Bomb as I know I will not be able to one-hit KO this thing with the Flare Blitz. So I'm gonna go into my Nidoking to take the Sludge Bomb as I'm gonna get up my Stealth Rocks because they're always nice to have, and he's gonna go for the Pain Split expecting me to go for some attacking move, but I get the HP back in the process, which is nice. So I'm gonna go for the Sludge Wave expecting him to switch out into his Meloetta because Meloetta is a very specially defensive Pokemon and it can definitely take a Sludge Wave and then scare me out with a very powerful Psychic type move. So he's gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is fine by me, as now again I'm gonna go for the Sludge Wave expecting him to go into his Meloetta, and he's just gonna go for the Pain Split to reduce my HP and gain his HP back. I'm expecting him to go for one more Pain Split, so I'm gonna try to get a free switch into my Darmanitan because I will be able to knock out this Weezing at the amount of HP he's at. But he's gonna fantastically predict that switch and go for the Sludge Bomb. On top of that, he's gonna get the Poison, which is really unfortunate because it's gonna take my Darmanitan out and I would have been able to get some heavy damage on something on his team if only I didn't get poisoned. So I'm gonna go into my Hydreigon to take out this Weezing with a Dark Pulse, but he lives and retaliates back with a Sludge Bomb. Luckily does not get the poison and I will be able to take him out with one more Dark Pulse. So I'm using Expert Belt on this Hydreigon instead of Life Orb so that I can bluff the Choice Scarf, and he's gonna go into his Nidoking thinking that I'm his Choice Scarf Hydreigon, but no, I'm gonna switch up the moves and go for the Draco Meteor, which is gonna one-shot this Nidoking and one big threat is down, but at the same time I'm at -2 special attack, so he will be able to go into his Meloetta and I cannot do too much to him at -2 special attack. So I'm gonna go for the U-turn as Meloetta has weak defense, and I will be able to U-turn out into my Honchkrow knowing that I can live any one hit, and then I will be able to kill him with a Sucker Punch. But he goes for the Relic Song on the switch, and he's also gonna get the lucky 20% sleep on my Honchkrow, which means that I won't be able to kill him next turn with a Sucker Punch, which really sucks because this Meloetta is a threat in its period form as it has 128 base attack and speed. So he's gonna take out my Honchkrow as I'm gonna go into my Aerodactyl hoping that he's running an Adamant Meloetta because I'm running Adamant Aerodactyl, and Jolly Meloetta will always outspeed an Adamant Aerodactyl. So he's gonna outspeed me and go for the close combat by crushing my Aerodactyl's dreams, and my only two Pokemon are Nidoking and Hydreigon. So I'm gonna make a last ditch effort by going into my Hydreigon and then switching out into my Nidoking, so that way he goes for the close combat and 2 Life Orb recalls will be able to take out his Meloetta, but he sees through that and goes for the Ice Punch instead of going for the close combat, and my Nidoking is gonna go down and he barely lives the Life Orb recall. My last is my Hydreigon, so he's gonna outspeed me and take me out with a close combat, and it was like I was winning a second ago, and then this Meloetta came, sings her song and wins the game, because had he not got the sleep on my Honchkrow, I would have been able to take him out with the Sucker Punch, and his last two Pokemon were Tangrowth and Empoleon, which both went down to my Nidoking and my Hydreigon. But hacks is part of the game, so what can you do about it, although it was a fun match. So hope you guys enjoyed this match. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below answering the comment question of the day. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.